Okay, so I said I was going to do an ENB tutorial for Skyrim Special Edition. This also works for normal Skyrim. It'll work for Fallout 4. I believe it'll work for Oblivion and normal Fallout 3 if you use those. But specifically, one of the things that you have to do first is you need to go to the ENB dev site, which you can find on Google by simply typing in ENB. It'll bring you to this page here. You'll want to go ahead and click on downloads, and then you will want to go, I believe, down here to where it says Skyrim Special Edition. If you're using the Special Edition, it works for the others that are listed here too. If you're just using normal Skyrim, then just click on that one as well. But today we're going to use the Special Edition one, so we're going to click here. Version 0.310 is available, so we're just going to go ahead and download that. So now while that's downloading in the background, let's minimize the browser, close that. And what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to navigate to the root directory of your Skyrim Special Edition install. So I've already mapped it on my desktop here, but if you need to find it, you're just going to need to know where it's installed. You can do that by just going into Steam, going to Properties, going to Local Files, and Browse Local Files. That'll bring you right where you need to go. So now that we're here, we're going to check to see if our download is done, and it is. So let's click on it to unzip it. I'm going to drag it off to the other screen here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take normally, now if you're just using the normal ENB presets, you're not doing anything special, you can just drag all of these files in the ENB directory over to this directory. But in this case, most of the presets only want you to take the D3D 11 DLL and the D3D compiler. So we're just going to take those two and we're going to drag them right in here. Okay. Now we're going to open up our browser and we're going to go to the Nexus mod site. There is one for the Special Edition, so if you're using the Special Edition, once again, make sure you're going to the Nexus mod page that supports the Special Edition. Otherwise, certain things just may not work. There are problems going from one to the other. So now that we're here, I had already looked at Rudy ENB, so we'll download that manually. And you will need to create an account here as well if you want to have access to these files. So let's go ahead and download that. And now that's going to download, so that won't take very long at all. It's an RAR file. Let's see, don't want to do that. I want to show it in the folder. We're going to open it with 7-zip, and then we're going to drag those files into the main directory. As you can see, there's a couple of different settings here. So we're going to do, which one will we do? I guess this one here. So we're going to copy that file there. And then these files here. And that should give us everything in the preset. Now the one I chose is the one for Vivid Weathers. So Crystal's making faces at me. So now that we have those files in there, you could just run the game, but a prerequisite for that to work is to have the Vivid Weathers mod. We can search for that here. If I could, spell Vivid correctly, that'd be nice. So here's the Vivid Weathers mod, and this is something you can install with the Nexus Mod Manager. You want to make sure you have that installed. You can click up to the top here to get that going, and then when it's installed, you can use the Nexus Mod Manager to install the Vivid Weathers, mod and other mods as well. Now, one thing to make note of is that if you're using anything that's using Reshade, if you're on Windows 10. You're going to need to manually download the DirectX 11 files and DirectX 10 files. The D3D 11, obviously uses DirectX 11, so you need to have those files there, or it's going to fail and your game's going to crash. One thing that people used to do is they would just rename the D3D 11.dll to .old or .bak, and that'll work as well. But then the preset isn't going to work, and the reshade will just get ignored altogether. So you want to make sure that those are in there. And when you install DirectX 11, you can install it really anywhere. It doesn't matter what directory it's installed to, as long as it gets installed. Yeah, I mean that's more or less it. Maybe one other mod I'll show you here is the Bethany mod, which will allow you to access the INIs for all of your games. If you're using Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Skyrim Special Edition, Oblivion, you can adjust all the settings like from one location rather than all of them. And another note as well is, in your documents, you're going to have My Games here, and you're going to see Skyrim Special Edition in there, and this is where you have your Skyrim prefs and your Skyrim INI. So your INI, normally you won't really want to touch that one, but your Skyrim prefs is going to have certain things that may need to be adjusted according to what's on the ENB page. So if you're looking through your ENB page and it says, oh, we want bfloat render point to be 1, then you're going to want to change that here. Something that might help see things better is using Notepad++, because it will, take everything and it just makes it, easier to see, categorizes everything. So, yeah. Other than that, that pretty much takes care of it. If you have any, questions or anything like that, feel free to give me a comment or, contact me directly. And yeah, thanks for watching.